Good evening, and thanks for staying up late with us tonight. I'm Brooke Buckner here with meteorologist Simone Thomas, and like she said, I hope you guys got outside today because it was a pretty nice start to the weekend.
Especially considering the past couple days have been so cold. Today
Yes.
was a nice warmer contrast. We got to see a little bit of sunshine, and then the clouds are returning this evening with the rain on the way as well. Here's a look at satellite across much of the middle and deep south right now. That area of high pressure around that Mississippi-Alabama border, if you've been following up for a couple of days, that was over northeastern Arkansas Thursday into Friday. It's been moving southeast through the day today. Now those winds coming from the south bringing some of that moisture. We're already starting to see some rain across the southern third of the state as a middle level disturbance is moving through. That's what's prompting the rain through tomorrow. So as we continue through the evening, rain coverage looking to continue mainly across this portion of the state, and then we'll see more of that expanding further north throughout the day tomorrow. So even if it's not raining in your location tomorrow, likely going to be a gloomy day. Looking to see those highs in the lower to middle 50s, so slightly cooler than what we saw today because of the clouds and rain. We have some locations to the southeast that could get a bit warmer, but otherwise another day in the 50s with scattered rain. We'll be talking through how long that rain is looking to stick around and your 7-day outlook.
All right, thanks, Simone. Former President Bill Clinton is back in his home state this weekend to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Clinton Presidential Library. THV 11's Carter Thweet was there today for part of his visit. Carter, tell us about it.
Well, Brooke, President Clinton and former First Lady Hillary addressed a crowd today at the Robinson Center here in Little Rock. But it wasn't just the Clintons. There were over 15 different speakers and panel members who talked about all kinds of things, including the impact the former First family have had in their own lives. Over 40 years after first serving as governor, Bill Clinton was back in Arkansas on Saturday. Officially, it was to celebrate the 20th anniversary of his presidential library, but the Clintons discussed much more than just that.
Everybody suffers defeat. Everybody has things that are unfair happen to them. The question is, what are you going to do? And we all have to keep going.
It's fitting that Bill's hometown is hope because that word was one of the themes of the day.
We are committed to a vibrant, exciting, meaningful future. And we want all of you to be part of that.
When the Clintons weren't at the center of attention, crowd members enjoyed a diverse group of speakers, like a panel featuring members of the show The West Wing, along with some of their real-life counterparts in the Clinton administration, or people like Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt, who discussed Clinton's leadership following the Oklahoma City bombing.
The response to the bombing from President Clinton's Justice Department was important. So too was the legislative response to prevent further acts of terrorism, domestic and international. But nothing was ultimately more important than the leadership role only a president can play.
Lottie Shackelford was one person there who says she always loves hearing from the Clintons, and she knows them better than most. She served as the first female mayor of Little Rock while Bill was the governor.
They are genuine. They are true to their beliefs 365 days out of the year. And they're always willing to do as much work as they inspire others to do.
And as the Clinton Library enters its third decade, the couple made it clear that that work continues.
You have to keep working for what you believe.
What can we do today? Is there something we can do to help somebody? Is there some kind of service we can perform, kindness that we can demonstrate?
And one other interesting thing to note, the person interviewing the Clintons in those last few clips is a journalist named Laura Ling. She was detained while in North Korea in 2009, and the person sent there to appeal on her behalf and eventually get her freed was none other than Bill Clinton. Pretty cool full circle moment there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Carter. Clinton also held an event Friday night with actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson, where the two discussed Clinton's new memoir. The highlights from that conversation can be found on our website, thv11.com. We're right in the middle of the holiday season, and with that comes parades. And we're starting near downtown Little Rock, where lots of people showed up for the big Little Rock Holiday Parade today. The theme of this year's parade is Floats Along the River, but that wasn't the only one in town today. Folks over in Southwest Little Rock held their annual holiday parade as well. It took place on Geyer Springs Road, and our very own Faith Woodard even made an appearance. The parade included the return of Santa Claus, lights, floats, music, and so much more. Members of the community said they were grateful for a day to highlight that part of Little Rock that they love. Meanwhile, city officials over in North Little Rock are postponing their parade that was set to happen tomorrow because of some expected rain in the forecast. It's now set to take place next Sunday, December 15th at 2 p.m. In a THV 11 update, traffic on I-630 eastbound is now flowing normally this evening following major backup from a wreck earlier. You can see there on your screen, that's a look at the backup just a few hours ago. According to reports, that all stemmed from an accident involving multiple school buses and some other vehicles near exit 4. At least one injury was reported as a result of the accident, but no information has been released regarding the extent of the injury. Arkansas State Police tells us no students were hurt. A federal court of appeals is upholding a law that would ban TikTok in the United States if its Chinese-based parent company doesn't sell. The case is expected to be appealed again, and if the court accepts it, it would go to the Supreme Court. In a statement, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin applauded the decision, saying the court, quote, protected Americans from being influenced and manipulated by a foreign adversary. President-elect Donald Trump took his first overseas trip after being elected last month. Wendy Gillette has more as he headed to Paris for the reopening of Notre Dame Cathedral, meeting with a couple of world leaders.
There was much fanfare as President-elect Donald Trump arrived in Paris for the reopening of Notre Dame Cathedral after a devastating fire in April 2019. Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron hugged and shook hands, what appeared to be a warm reunion.
It's an honor to be here. We had a good time together, and we had a lot of success, really great success working together on defense and offense too. And it certainly seems like the world is going a little crazy right now. Yeah.
The cathedral's bells rang for the first time in 5 years. First responders were also recognized for their efforts to extinguish the fire. The reopening drew leaders from around the world, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He met with Trump and Macron before the ceremony, saying on social media it was good and productive, and that they resolved to keep working together to end Russia's war with Ukraine. Trump also sat down with Prince William. The cathedral will reopen to the public Sunday. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Back here at home, the 52nd annual Bob Robbins Toy Hill Weekend is underway. The iconic and important event aims to bring Christmas joy and toys to all Arkansas kids in need. Earlier today, Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon hosted the event over at War Memorial Park, and Karen Fuller will be out there on Sunday. And remember, every toy collected stays right here to benefit kids across the state. State officials held their annual state capitol lighting ceremony earlier today. It was filled with music, decorations, and a whole lot of fireworks, as you see there. This year marks the 86th anniversary of the event. Still ahead, an early end to one local man's promising football career. We're sharing the knowledge helping make him and many other players decide to give up the game.
We've got a rainy Sunday in store with a few more opportunities of rain through the work week. That 11-day outlook is coming up right after this break.